Well, when airports open up, expect flying to be tedious. In fact, I'm on ground in Delhi on Terminal 3, the airport that's known for its hustling, bustling crowd, and a lot of people. It's the international airport in Delhi, but today it's empty because it's prepping up for certain kind of preparations. In fact, if you go through the visuals, we know that though government and Ministry of Civil Aviation have been planning on opening 20% of flights, it's going to be a bummer for passengers in order to adjust to the new rules that's going to come in, because flying probably is not going to be easy after the lockdown or during the relaxed lockdown 4.0. In fact, what we are learning, and if you go through the visuals on the screen, you'll see that as you enter the airport, you will not have to just stand in a immediate queue, but it's a queue that will have about 1.5 meter distance between each passenger. Well, yes, it's a 1.5 meter distance between you and the previous one and the next one, and then you enter the Sanitisation Tunnel, where of course you go through the tunnel, and then your baggage also goes through the tunnel before you make it to the checkpoint. Well, what could also come in is no printing of boarding pass. In fact, what the government is mulling on is the fact that they're going to come with mandatory web check-ins, or also a pass that needs to be printed at home before you come. They're also deciding to cut down cabin baggage and to only let the check-in baggage be allowed for a period of 4 weeks until things settle down with COVID-19 and lockdown in India. Well, as you clear the queue, you go straight up to the security clearance, and post the security clearance you land up at your gate, where there will not be stamping of the passes. In fact, there could be an automatic machine that will enroll, where you will not need the assistance of any other person. Well, the airports are trying to make it as minimum as they can with the staff and the crew members. In fact, Sanitisation app is going to be also mandatory. If I just ask the camera to be panned, you see that it's a biometric enabled seamless travel pilot, which was put up by Air Vistara, which will also be taken up. That side, if you see visuals on the screen, there will be of course a tunnel that's being worked on currently, where your entry will be decided. Well, these are the draft SOPs that have been submitted. Besides this, of course, face masks and gloves are going to be mandatory. Disinfectants are going to be put everywhere across the airport. 350 ml sanitizer bottle is mandatory for everybody to carry. In fact, allowed despite of the fact that we cannot carry more than 100 ml liquid. Well, to conclude, there are also going to be new temperature checks that are going to be across various corners of the airport. There's going to be queue for cafes also with 1.5 meter, a mandatory Sanitisation app, temperature checkpoints, and no meals in the aircraft. There'll be no food allowed, and it's a decision that only government has taken place. So, well, it decides what happens as the domestic flights are mulling to start over, and this is the kind of new flying that you will probably be doing.